Hey, Daniel here again. I just keep coming back, don't I? But hey, look at you. You keep coming back too. You know, if we keep meeting up like this, folks are going to start to talk. But don't worry, I ain't never going away. And neither is the unhinged Kenshi content. I strongly believe that one of the things that keeps you playing Kenshi in the long run happens to be one of my favorite and one of its coolest features, and that's the ability to build a base almost anywhere you dead-gum please, and it's a real one for letting you do that. It's cool as heck for that. Build 100 turrets outside of a town's walls if you please. Or better yet, build 100 cages outside of a town. Then fill them. Throwing down a structure of your choosing almost anywhere is something truly special in a sandbox game like Kenshi. With the only real limit being like the practicality of it, and of course the distance of established towns and other NPC buildings and camps. But other than that, you could literally build out in the middle of the ocean. Hope you don't have robotics though. Swimming for 20 minutes every time you want to leave your house does suck. Build in the middle of a desert and farm silly amounts of cactus. Hell yeah. Good luck getting water though, and also don't grow hemp or this happens. Build next to cannibals and have a really good time every few days when they show up to your door for a human flesh barbecue. Don't pass out, or they'll be taking you home for leftovers. Start a farm in Akron's blessed and fertile holy lands. Don't be a woman though. Gut, ever build in the big thing capital of Gut? Well, I hope you like the color cyan as much as I do, but if you don't, that's okay, because it's easy to turn this place utterly red with the hordes of hungry and violent wildlife that call this place home. The most effective place to run a sweatshop. Kenshi has a very strong theme of pros and cons, and I think it shows this most strongly when you first start looking for a place to claim for your own. Running around the map, you might see some pretty cool spots. Like some really cool spots. Actually, there is a lot of cool spots in this game to build in. But after you choose one, it's usually after a few days of settling in. You will discover more times than not the real cons of living there that may have you regretting your decision. So it can be kind of hard to choose a spot for the long run. Want to farm rice? Well, you can't unless you're in the swamp. Stuff like that. Oh hey, at least it rains out here all the time, so it will water all of my crops all nice and good, like forever. Oh wait, it burns. The rain here burns. It burns real bad. Never mind, I hate it here too. Acid rain sucks, but it beats living out here in Venge during the daytime. Those ain't for show. Those actually hurt like you would not believe if you step under them, and only a goddamn psychopath would live here. Or a skeleton, seeing how they're immune to the sky lasers. No matter where you go, there will be something annoying or almost detrimental to overcome, whether it be part of the wildlife, the weather, the lack of towns nearby to trade with, or skin-hungry neighbors knocking on and then down your door to turn your biggest organ into a human fursuit. Your base owner woes come in many impressive and awful varieties, which are almost impossible to know without extensive knowledge at first glance. But what is building a base without a little challenge? What is life without a little challenge to spur you forward? Why, I would argue it's these very challenges and such that make creating a stable and, dare I say, comfortable living environment for yourself feel all the more better once you manage to do so. The game challenges you to master the area you settle in, or know to get the hell out of there because it is actually a dump. But no matter where you go, you will have to learn how to put up with whatever negatives the area has in store for you. It's like, well, you could compare it to, well, fellas, come here for a moment. You see, it's like finding the perfect woman. She doesn't exist, right? Just like how the perfect spot in Kenshi doesn't exist either. It ain't in the nature of things. It just don't happen, and the good Lord above wouldn't let it happen anyway. If anyone tells you otherwise, they are forgetting to mention something important, or, well, you know what they say, the devil is handsome. No woman has everything, no base has everything. Brothers, don't look for the perfect woman. look for one who has some negative things you're willing to put up with, but has things you do really like that make up for those negative things, like having a really great personality. And that's how you'll know you found your perfect building spot. But some spots are naturally awful, and some spots are naturally better with big booba, and I will show you today some of the coolest, rarest, big booba spots out there that I know of. Some real out of the way spots that I know, some of which are sure to get you saying, wow, that's a cool spot. Or no, you'll be all like, wow, that's a spot in Kenshi I never thought would make a good base. No, actually, you'll be thinking, if Daniel shows me Shem at any point in this video, I'm going to beat his ass. Starting off, I want to show you a really cool spot I found on a whim during a certain video with a certain character that a good number of you will no doubt be familiar with. But I thought this spot was so cool and unique that I made it today's first choice. Also, I'm going to leave out a lot of the negative details when I show you these spots. I think it'll be a good trade-off if I show you the spot itself and what's especially good about them, and then leave you to figure out how to make it work with all the good benefits it has. And it will also probably take about 20 minutes of rambling out of this video if I show you how to circumvent the issues these spots might have. This first wicked cool place is located right here on the map, and hey, don't worry. I'm not going to do that thing where I show you it all zoomed in and that's it. I'm going to zoom in from the whole map so you can even find it even if you're very new to traveling and looking at the map in Kenshi. So you should be able to find these spots going forward without any trouble. But yeah, if we take a look right on here, the spot is located right here on the schmap. The spot itself here is actually located within this sandy glen valley like thing. It is a very small and compact spot, which I know will appeal to a lot of people out there. But it features something very rare as far as Kenshi terrain goes, and that's a natural wall to protect you. And even rarer is that it forms around you to make sure that there is only one entrance here to worry about, which makes this spot very unique and special. So, if you place a gate here, like so, and just one or two walls here like this, and seal it off from that savage and unforgiving world outside, then basically the two areas behind you are now only accessible after the gate gets destroyed. But other than that, these spots are all yours. The two areas themselves are big enough for some farmland and a few small buildings, so you can get pretty creative with how you form this, and you can do it however you want. And speaking of farming, let me tell you, cactus grows pretty damn well here, and the water in this region is also pretty acceptable too. So if you want to become a cactus rum lord, it might be the perfect place to do so. Even hemp and wheat straw grows pretty okay here, so farming can definitely happen at this location. Not only is the farming pretty okay here, but this place has about everything a base needs actually. There is a 100% quality iron node across from us nestled into this hillside here, and not only that, there is also a 60% quality copper node very close by, which is impressively generous as far as Kenshi goes. And finally, the most important starting resource, stone. Guess what? It also sits outside this base at 100% quality. It's a very rare sight when you get to see all of the resources you could ever need sit so close together like this. The main drawback of this place is that to get these resources, you need to leave the natural fortress itself to reach them, but they are out here for you and they are very close. And speaking of close, being close to the Empire has its own drawbacks as well, as a heads up. And finally, the actual location of this spot itself makes going anywhere south of the map a huge pain in the ass, because it is located literally at the topmost part of the map. But otherwise, it's one of the coolest spots I know of. Spot number 2 will be for my Aquanites out there, so no girls allowed. There is a really cool spot in Holy Nation territory that is perfect for that holy farmer style gaming. It's located right here on the map, and as you can see, it is very centralized, which is a nice bonus for those travelers out there. And it is right next to the capital of Blister Hill, so hella commerce is next doors for those trying to make some coins the holy way. The spot is located alongside the huge river behind me here that cuts through the mountains all cool like. It features a very strong and defensible flat location too, and it is a very scenic and very pretty spot overall. To wall this place off, you only need to put down a gate and like some walls from the cliffside going to the river. After that, you've got yourself a nice entrance to defend and plenty of room to work with. There is plenty of room to grow and build and farm, especially grow. You can grow anything you damn well please. Well, anything that isn't rice or cactus. Hemp can grow here, but it of course can get you in trouble being in Holy Nation lands. But it grows. All of it at 100%. And of course, the water quality here is also at 100%. So running a farm here requires little effort in general. So that's just something you can enjoy when you're working in Aquan's light, baby. Stone richness can also be expected to be 100%, and iron on top of that. But where is it? I don't see. Wait a minute. If we pan all the way back here, there is a single 100% quality iron node included inside our base itself, so we ain't even got to leave to mine it. The only thing this place is missing is copper, and there is none nearby, so keep that in mind if you have copper demanding work to do. Overall, this place is pretty badass, the main penalty being that it's in Holy Nation territory and having no copper close by, but that's usually somewhat manageable depending on what you're doing. One of the best places to farm naturally without a damn doubt. And it's another place that's pretty easy to defend on the account of it only having one entrance to worry about. Aquan's light is good. Now the next cool spot is for the guys who are pretty much in the end game, because it is a dangerous ass place. You will be living in the southern pits, alongside the southern pit gangs, and close to the ashlands too, making it one hell of a place to settle down. But it is located, for those brave enough, right here on the schmap, if you have the stones to settle here, that is. Now this base is on a nice plateau, and yet again it has one entrance to defend, featuring a natural elevated space for you to enjoy with one entrance. One gate and maybe a wall or two, and you are sealed off, more or less. And you have a nice elevated spot to lord over, while the pit gangs decide to all show up at the same time and then decide to fight over who gets to murder you in your own base. The classic pits experience. Now, this is the manufacturing man's base. It has the most wild iron and copper you will ever see next to each other, and is the main reason why it's so good, apart from the plateau itself. And they are located on top of the plateau, so once you wall it off, it is all yours. So it's usually within safety. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, this place is the opposite of safe, but it's on top of the plateau, which is very nice. Let's see the iron. Let's click it. Oh, 200%? Yeah, you read that right. 200%. It goes past 100 if you didn't know. But probably about 67% of you watching this video did know. So I know y'all some gamers watching this video. I know. The copper? 150%. That do anything for you? The stone? 100%. The main three, all in wild abundance, right next to each other in a wild ass spot. I told you I knew how to pick them. I told you. I love building bases in this game. Now, I will say, your ass isn't farming here naturally. Shit actually doesn't grow. But if you're living here, you are beyond the technology of hydroponics at this point. So let me draw your attention to one of the nice features, the almost 24/7 rainfall. If you make a building with a large roof to it, you can actually place your hydroponics on it, and the rain will make sure they stay watered better. The wells here are also at 100% anyway, so you're not going to struggle to get water in any way. Also, sometimes the rain here is a little spicy, as a fair warning.
Well, this is my kind of rain.
Holy crap, it's Dante from Devil May Cry. Bro, are you in Fortnite yet?
What the hell is this?
Oh, I'm just showing a bunch of cool base spots around Kenshi. Want to come see the next one with me? I'm about to go to it.
Come on, show me what you got. You like juggling? Fired up. Rainy boys! Mine now! You ain't scared, are ya?
Thanks for coming along, Dante, from Devil May Cry. I would have never killed all these fogmen by myself. The video would have ended early if not for you.
2 is overkill anyway.
Alright, as you can see, this next one is the risk taker's choice. If we take a look here, it is straight up in the foglands here on the map. But hear me out, hear me out. This spot comes with one hell of a view. Well, it would if it wasn't for all the fog. But if you like hearing your dumb raider enemies get eaten alive each night and each day by huge swarms of bug zombies, their voices running harsh from the screaming that lasts for hours and days straight, then this place is for you, and I'm dead serious. It's awesome. These fogmen, they literally act like pest control. It's kind of badass. Well, most of the time. Now, this spot is like another plateau. It has the same gig going for it. With most of it being inaccessible because of the height of it, you only need to board it up from one entrance, like a gate right here, and everything behind it will be yours. Now, this place has about everything you could need, and you can farm just about everything quite well here, except cactus and rice. And some of the things you can farm here, like wheat straw, go past 100% yield, so you'll be getting extra crops. The only issue with farming here is well placements. Since we're so high up, the wells will struggle to draw water here. But if you place them on the edge where they kind of get lower, you can get higher than the abysmal 10%. Down below it is actually 100%, but that would require us to leave our foothold here. And I think it's much worth it to just put some extra wells that are around 30-something%, and that should prevent us from having to leave the base and produce enough water for our crops. Stone is not too bountiful here. It has the same issue as the wells. To reach 100%, you would have to leave the spot itself, but there is a few good spots you can throw one down, but actually putting them down is a huge pain in the ass here, like most building will be. We do have a very nice 100% quality iron node that we can actually reach from within the base here, so that's pretty huge from this spot. It gives you the option to hammer out iron plates to sell to the town of Morn nearby. So town access is another huge bonus here. You only have to run a little bit and you're in the town of Morn. It's a nice option for those who like to buy their food and materials rather than grow and produce it. So we have stone, the ability to grow most crops pretty efficiently, and even very high quality iron to mine. It's missing one thing, and it's the thing most spots are usually missing when it has all these other things: copper. But Well, there is a node here, and believe it or not, this copper node is actually a nice 100% quality node too. The only issue is that you can't wall this area off and make it part of your base very easily. But you can just run out, mine a ton of iron, and then scamper back within the safety of your walls, and then you're good to go for a while. So it's not far. So this place is another great and versatile spot to live in, access to a great town, and all the main resources is the main reason I've included it here despite it being in such a fucking hellhole part of the map. Other than that, the main drawback of this spot is it's just a pain in the ass to place structures in. You're probably not going to be able to place the biggest ones at this spot, but overall it is a very cool and unique place. It's got everything more or less, so don't be afraid to try it out.
Looks like I blew my wad.
Ever wanted to own an island with everything you could ever need on it? Hate everyone on the map and want nothing to do with them anyway? Peep this shit out, cuz I got you. I gotta show you this next spot. Alright, I'm opening the map. And I'm zooming into the spot so you know right where it is. It's right here. Here's the spot. It's this large island, a part of this archipelago. Dudes. Copper. 55%, but it is copper still. Iron. 100%. Waiting for you next to his friend, the copper node. Stone. 100%. Farming? Fucking wild. Most of these are literally past 100%. Go crazy, farm bros. You can grow everything here, everything but rice. Yes, even cactus. Well, water? Well, it's a respectable 80%. Large flat surface? Check. Crabs? Check. Raids are rare and they only come from one faction in my personal experience. Most traders will also still swim out and visit you. Major downside, well, I hope you don't like swimming. Or, well, I hope you don't have robotics, because swimming here will take a sad amount of time otherwise. But other than that, cool, one of the best spots I know to call home. Live on this island. Become rich and famous. You could become so rich on this island with all of the business opportunities here. And nothing ever bad happened to a rich person on an island. Wait a minute. Having a base isn't just limited to what you can build, but what you can own. In a town. What about living in a town? Surely it has its limits, but in the namesake empire town of Catun, it is still a wicked ass place to call home with these restrictions. While you get to enjoy all the luxuries of a town, including its large power supply, safety and security from its hard-working, honorable guards, and merchant access 24/7, there are some exemplary bonuses that make this town awesome to live in that I must point out to you. So let me start out by pointing out that this town has a very rare feature. A 100% quality well that is free use and functional, which is huge for a town, since very, very few towns actually have functioning wells in them, let alone a well in general. This opens up the opportunity for us to cook and run hydroponics in houses without needing to leave the base to fetch water, or like needing to buy it from a bartender if you're a psychopath. The next huge bonus of Catun is that you can mine iron. 110% quality iron, mind you, without leaving the safety of the town. Base game. Straight up, I'm not lying to you. I promise I'm not lying to you. Check it out. If we stand over here and manually tell our character to mine this slag of iron ruin thing here, you can mine it from within the safety of the town. But the catch here is you can't automate this. If you automate this job, your characters will run outside and leave the town and maybe get eaten by beak things to reach it. But it is really cool. You can safely mine iron without the risk and pretty much make easy money early game. Now, the main issue with that well in town here is automating the hauling process for it. Since we don't own this well, we can't tell our characters to haul water from it automatically. The easiest workaround I found for this when I was living here is to drop the water onto the ground. And you have to put it in your inventory and drop it, which is kind of a pain in the ass since we don't own it, we can't throw stuff out of it. With it on the ground, our guys can then haul it to any water storage, like crops or the water tank, without any effort. So if you're willing to stand here and chuck all of the water onto the ground, you can get your guys to do the work of taking it home, which is the most efficient way I found to get water. There is also a lot of houses. There are houses everywhere to buy. There are like half a dozen houses we could potentially become the owners of, if you include the shacks. So room isn't much of an issue living here either. But this nice Outpost 3 house, however, is 80,000 cats. That's more than some bounties out there by itself. Oh my god. It is one of the most expensive houses I have ever seen in this game. But even without it, we have plenty of room for expansion here with all the storm houses, and buying this house is kind of a flex. Now you might be thinking, Daniel, the houses is nice, the wells is nice, the iron mining from the town is nice as well, but there is no way copper or stone spawns here. You cannot get copper or stone here. But that is where you're wrong, bozo. The materials shop, 2 of them, the most important shops in the game, 2 of them in this town, another bonus. You can literally buy building materials and copper. So yeah, in a sense, copper and stone does spawn here. In fact, you can actually buy most of the things you won't be able to produce here living in a town, like steel bars too. So you literally have everything you need to start any respectable business venture here. Mine that iron node, produce 1 billion armor plates, and sell around the town for easy money, and become the true Lord of Catun. Now, there is a lot of other cool spots to build bases and sweatshops in this game. Some less practical than others, but I think that's about all the ones worth showing you of major note that I know of and have lived at personally and can vouch for their effectiveness. Now, they might not be the absolute best spots, but they're some of the best spots and some of my most favorite ones I've ever lived at. But know that they are the same spots I would recommend to a friend if they started playing and asked me, where the hell can I live in this game? Everywhere fucking sucks. And then I would probably ask to see their combat stats. I also asked to hear of any wild spots that maybe you know of. Yes, you. Maybe I already showed your favorite spot today that you knew of and thought was crazy and that no one else knew. And if I did, I'm sorry. But maybe I didn't. If you know of a spot you feel others should know, feel free to tell me and, well, everyone else that is looking for epic base locations down below in the friggin' comments. Also, a special thanks to the channel members. I've taken this special, secret, top secret picture of my cat for you. Please enjoy. You're all truly epic. Now, if you excuse me, I've got some more Dragon's Dogma online to play, which may or may not be affecting the rate in which I can produce videos. Haha. You know, it's just one of those gamer things. Oh my god. Look at me stab me. Oh my god, look at me. Why do you think we were out there killing the Cyclops?
Maybe if you fucking said something, you fucking wanker.
We gotta get that 74,000 gold! Oh my god, this character is ugly as hell.
What the fuck is that bottle?